is monumental. I mean, like it's momentous that he brought ABC News to heel after George Stephanopoulos' defamation of Trump. And now he has CBS News out there paying him $16 million.
Well, he won again. Trump won a lawsuit against CBS. Hi, this is Rich Cole. Rich is talking. Back again. Yeah, that announcement was quite interesting. Here's the announcement by Fox News.
Paramount Global has agreed to settle with President Trump for $16 million after the president sued the company for a 2024 interview with then Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris. The suit alleging the network committed election interference with the editing of the interview. Settlement doesn't include an apology. The money will go to Trump's future presidential library and cover his legal fees. Shares of Paramount Global in the pre-market are higher more than 0.5%. Paramount plans, of course, to merge with Skydance Media.
What was the actual interview and what was changed? Here it is. It was on 60 Minutes.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
They had aired the original interview as a teaser to watch 60 Minutes. But then when they put it together, they decided her answer wasn't that good. So for the 60 Minute show, they put a different answer, as you saw. Frankly, she looks stupid in both of them. But anyway, that's why Trump sued, because this was before the election, and he felt they were trying to manipulate the election. Just goes to show you what these news media do. They're all liberal, and they try to control what the public does. Here's how NBC has reported it.
Well, the bottom line is independent legal experts say that the White House, the president, really did not have a case here. And many people have reinforced that argument, but we certainly know the situation with Paramount right now. They were in need of federal approval for a merger that the owner of Paramount is looking toward right now. So it appeared clear that she was open to an agreement of this kind. Ultimately, the bottom line is it was agreed to. We have now learned overnight $16 million, as you said, that will go toward President Trump's future presidential library. This is not going to sit well with many people within CBS News. Among other things, there will not be a statement of apology or regret from CBS. And they have also agreed that in the future, they will release entire transcripts of interviews they do with presidents. The legal team for President Trump, a spokesperson telling me early this morning, this is, in their words, another win for the American people.
So they're saying it's all because of they want to get this merger through. Here's an announcement I'll read to you by Paramount. Paramount has said the lawsuit is completely separate from and unrelated to the Skydance transaction and the pending FCC approval process. CBS News CEO George Cheeks told investors during Wednesday's annual shareholder meeting that Paramount opted to settle the lawsuit to avoid the unpredictable cost of mounting a legal defense and the possibility of adverse outcome that would cause reputational damage. So that's what Paramount has to say about it. Now, here's Megyn Kelly's little discussion on it.
CBS News just waved the white flag in that litigation he filed against them, which honestly was like such a stretch for, I mean, I'm not defending what CBS did at all with that Kamala Harris interview, but to turn it into a multi-billion-dollar claim as Trump did down in Texas in some violation of like the fair marketing principles, I can't remember, but it was a stretch. He basically won. They just settled the case for $16 million. And according to Fox News, there's an additional 8-figure payout coming by CBS in the form of advertisements and possibly PSAs, public service announcements, to promote conservative causes. $16 million settlement, which is going to go to the Trump library. It's going to be the nicest library ever, is monumental. I mean, like it's momentous that he brought ABC News to heel after George Stephanopoulos' defamation of Trump. And now he has CBS News out there paying him $16 million for what was clearly a report that was manipulated in order to influence an election. No one can tell me different.
She has a different take, and I agree with hers. She mentioned the ABC lawsuit. That was a big one, too. And it was $15 million, I guess. And Stephanopoulos had to apologize. That twerk. But anyway, here is that discussion or interview with Nancy Mace, the congresswoman, and why he lost the lawsuit.
You are shaming
You've
me.
endorsed Donald Trump for president.
Right.
Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. Donald Trump has been found liable for defaming the victim of that rape by a jury. It's been affirmed by a judge.
It was
he ripped
not-
the line right there. In fact, it has been shown to be rape. The judge affirmed that it was in fact rape. Donald Trump was found to have committed rape. That's just a fact.
That is a civil judgment, not a criminal court. They're two very different things, and you know better.
I said he lost the lawsuit. ABC lost the lawsuit. But that little comment he makes about the judge said it was rape, the judge shouldn't have said that. The judge said it met the qualifications of rape. However, the jury didn't agree with him. You leftists are always saying, listen to the jury, listen to the jury. But the jury didn't convict him of rape. They convicted him of sexual abuse. The judge shouldn't have made that comment. Frankly, I think he could be sued for that. But I'm not the one. I also think that that case, which was with the E.G. Carroll case, was bogus from the beginning. I'm going to tell it again. E.G. Carroll was a woman. This is 20 years earlier. Walks into Bergdorf Goodman, one of the top department stores, richest department stores in New York, and ran into Trump. Didn't even know him. Introduced herself to him. A few minutes later, they're in a fitting room together. Think about that. What do you think the message is she sends to him? Come on into my fitting room. I just want to talk to you in the fitting room when I change clothes and try clothes on. She led him into that. And then he probably did try to have sex with her. Who wouldn't? What man wouldn't have? But any man would have. And here she wins this lawsuit against him. It's just bogus. My final comments today are, I feel very, very bad about the floods in Texas. And my heart goes out to those families. Those who have already know they've lost their children. I saw pictures of those children on the TV a little while ago. It's just horrible. And there's many more to find yet. They're still looking. So far, 89 dead from this. This is just a horrible, horrible occurrence. I just saw where there's a young Coast Guard officer who rescued 165 people. I hope he's recognized by Trump for the hero that he is. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. Don't forget to subscribe. It's Rich Cole. Goodbye.